Hello, hi everyone. Lovely to see you all again. And this week it's chapter 7. And before we start, I'd like to welcome a new young lady called Bella. Hello Bella, hope you're well and I hope you enjoy the story. This chapter is called Queen Fairy Jeannie Turning Dust into Gold. She's here, everyone. She's back. Let's go. Elette was in high spirits. It was early evening. Ginger and Teddy were sitting by the window. A purple mist was slowly drifting towards us in the old wooden cabin. Teddy wasn't too bothered. He stretched out his back legs, then his front legs, yawning, before settling down on a chair. He wasn't going anywhere. "Who is here?" said Mother, peering over a magazine she was reading. Elette could hardly speak. Come on, it's Queen Fairy Jeannie." The mood changed from being calm to a rush of utter chaos. Everyone jumping to their feet, scrambling and clambering over one another, alerted to the highest degree. Teddy watched from the comfort of his cushion. "Oops, sorry, Lexi," Elette apologized, rubbing her head. "Ow, that hurt," I cried and laughed at the same time. "Gustav, you're standing on my scarf," Elette yelled. Coats mistakenly being trodden on, the wrong scarves round the wrong necks, hats on heads too big or too small. Eventually, we somehow untangled ourselves to find which garment belonged to whom. Scurrying down a path with the cats in tow, except for Teddy, we hurried down the hazy path to cast our eyes on the enchanting Fairy Queen. Musical notes graciously touched every cell in our bodies. In an instant, a radiant vision stood there. Fairy Jeannie was amongst us, smiling, radiant love. Her large, glass-like wings flickering. Her eyes caught mine. Her regal cloak was dark purple in colour. There is one known deep secret among the fairy kingdom, one that Fairy Jeannie possesses, and a very few are eligible to discover. Fireflies and glowworms invited themselves on this cold night to share their natural luminous light through the purple veil of cloud that had surrounded us. The air ablaze in a remarkable, lucid atmosphere on the white snow. "Hello all, Grandad joined us. This is going to be one long, incredible night." Gub Gub and Mr. Hoot would not have missed this for the world, he said, tapping his pockets, making sure he had not forgotten the box of magic mountain dust. "They'll be here very shortly. Oh, that reminds me. I have Gub Gub's glasses back from the shop. I'll go and get them," said Elette. She hurriedly made her way back to the old wooden cabin. "Oh, Kiara, how wonderful to see you," she said, startled. "Hello, my dear. I will join you all shortly," replied Kiara. "I want to find Lexi first." "She's over there. I must go," Elette replied, and in that moment she had disappeared down the track. Trish and Belle accompanied Elette, lights from the tips of their crystal wands shining along the path in the dark night sky. "You must forgive me for our introduction, Lexi. I didn't mean to frighten you." I looked into Kiara's doe eyes, beautiful, brown, and unafraid. A sense of excitement swept over me. This time, I felt closer to her, a connection, a sense of happiness and trust. That's okay, I gulped under my breath, in awe of her splendour. Kiara gently nudged my hand. I stroked her head, touching her velvet-covered antlers, kissing her on her nose, saving this precious moment to remember forever. Kiara, you're so beautiful. I threw my arms around her neck. A smell of earth and fur, wood and trees tickled my senses. Come on, let's join the others, she smiled, walking side by side with me. On Ilette's return, a melody flooded the forest. It was Queen Fairy Jeannie warming up her voice. Ilette was carrying Gub-Gub's glasses. The rest of the group already sitting huddled together around a campfire, wrapped snugly under heavy woolen blankets. Gub-Gub chattered snort after snort, feeling chuffed with his repaired glasses. Come over here and sit next to me, Gub-Gub, said Grandad, patting his leg. Ordella was busy preparing for what was about to come next. Trish and Belle were easily distracted, teasing and chasing the glowworms and fireflies. The pair of you help me with the fairy lights, demanded Ordella. Trish, get the kettle on, and Belle, get the marshmallows ready. She looked at them directly. Thank you, she said. I'm ready for marshmallows and any cake if it's going begging, laughed Grandad. Yes, Dells, we're coming, both winking at her. Twilight was upon us. Stewie, called out Fairy Jeannie. She had an affectionate name for Grandad Edric. You have the mountain dust with you? Please, may I have it? She asked politely. Yes, coming. His warm tone made her smile. The magic wooden box flew through the air in slow motion across the top of the fire to where she was standing, landing exactly in her hands. She emptied the contents of the box into a gold goblet. We can now begin, she said, looking at each one of us. Ilette, Gustav, Grandad Edric, Mr. Hoot, Gub-Gub, Tinky, Queenie, Ginger, and Mother were sitting patiently. Kiara and I, Blinky and Grace, almost completed our group. No Teddy again? Grandad asked. No one answered. They all knew Teddy was against any unknown, invisible things that went on. He was not a fan. All gazes fixed directly on Queen Fairy Jeannie, watching, waiting, and wondering to see what was about to emerge. The fairies, too, had stopped in their tracks, hovering above us. Wow! Just a gentle buzz could be heard from their wings. The musical notes coming from Ilette's flute playing created the perfect moment. The Queen then begun. This that I give is because love is the most important gift in this life, whether you are shy or not, said the Queen. Her transparent wings sparkled and twinkled in the cold night air, the lights from the snow reflecting on them. Fairies from afar had now gathered around the fire. They only appeared when Queen Fairy Jeannie was in their presence. Fairies love all acts of kindness to humans and animals. They especially love us when we are kind to each other. Then they come out to play, planting magic over our emotions and thoughts. These were the real fairies. The Queen's operatic voice shook the trees and us, making the snow glide and slide off the branches, hitting the ground with a thump. The early chorus of birds joining in, their angelic harmonies setting the stage. "Don't move, don't speak, be still," whispered Grandad, leaning over towards us. The hour was finally upon us. It was 3:30 a.m. Her high pitch was turning mountain dust into gold luminous powder at great precision. Her voice reached perfect pitch, resonating at 1,000 hertz. We were transfixed. There had to be no movement from anyone because the gold energy was very sensitive. If anyone coughed, it would destroy the energy frequency of her voice and the dust would remain thus. Golden light particles manifested into geometric shapes in mid-air, breaking into small atoms, bouncing up and down, finally landing onto Queen Fairy Jeannie's left hand. She said 5 magic words. Odeastin, Carnifis, Mokasti, Xenostasha, Nartist. She carefully placed the golden powder in the goblet, handing it to Ilette. "Oh, we love it when this happens." Trish and Belle air somersaulted at the same time. Then she went a bit scientific and told us about some multiple collisions that were doing something or other. I didn't understand any of it. Her divine melody manifesting the gold dust into particles. "This is pure magic," said Gustav. "Magic for what?" I thought. "How does it help children discover their own inner secrets?" I looked up at the sky. Stars were twinkling in the dawn twilight, the full moon hanging low, yet glowing brightly. Meow! Tinky and the cats were hungry, rubbing themselves around Ilette's legs. Ilette nudged me. "Follow me, cousin. You're about to find out the secret of the magic cats." "It's time to get back to the village hotel. The sun will be up soon," said a tired mother, followed by a yawn. Hugging her coat and rewrapping her scarf around her. But I want to see Ilette. Ilette's going to show me," I pleaded. I was getting tired too, but I wasn't ready for sleep. "There's one thing you must see before you go to bed. It won't take long," said Ilette, holding Mother's hand reassuringly. "Oh, yes, of course, if you must, be quick," answered Mother. She knew anyway. Come on and see," said Ilette. We headed back to the old wooden cabin, all 4 cats following in our footsteps, not to forget our quantum friend was always watching. Ilette carefully opened 4 tins of cat food, then placing each bowl in a long line. She started filling them one by one, full to the brim. Slowly, she lifted the lid of the goblet. She then sprinkled the gold powder into each of the cat's dishes. "Oh, that's the cheesy smell," I commented. Ooh. When the special cat food and the gold mix, magic happens, even if it's a bit cheesy, laughed Ilette. The cats ate up every morsel. Soon all four fell into a deep sleep. Elette told me the young woman Grace, who worked at the tiny candy shop, was Gustav's sister. She supplied the cats special food. "The cats are not going to wake up for hours," said Elette. She hugged me. We said our goodbyes, making our way to the local hotel. I was witness to what would reveal itself in the morning. What's going to happen next? How is Lexi going to get rid of all her shyness and all her troubles? Until next time, see you. Bye.